committee chairs, committee members, thank you for the opportunity to speak today. My name is Brian Kuntz. I am the president of the Uniformed Fire Alarm Dispatchers Benevolent Association, a 191-member union consisting of fire dispatchers, supervisors, and chief dispatchers. I'm going to be as brief as I can in injecting a little truth into the operational deficiencies that occurred during the blizzard, which by everybody's timing was Sunday to Wednesday. So those are my parameters, will be from 1 p.m. Sunday to midnight on Wednesday the 29th. There were really two major failures that contributed to deficiencies in the operation. The UCT system, which I'll touch on, and the PSAC. Okay, the UCT, as everybody's aware, is the Universal Call-Taking System. And is quite an increase from an average period. Of these, fire trucks were sent to 2,134 of them. Of the remaining 2,343 incidents, 150 of them were duplicate calls to alarms that already existed, which equates to 2,193, or 48.9% of those calls sent to us never should have been sent to us for whatever reason. They were sent to us completely in error, and I can't explain how that happened. Naturally, this took away from our dispatching fire trucks to the citizens' legitimate emergencies that got put on the back burner. This also assisted in producing an unnecessary strain on our CAD system called Starfire. As the fire commissioner mentioned, and I think everybody here mentioned, the fifth alarm that was Monday afternoon in Corona, it was just one point that was left out. The overwhelming calls coming into our system caused the normally assigned first due engine company and the first due ladder company to be held in the computer system. When a run comes in, the run says, I need this engine, I need this ladder, I need this chief. The problem is when the system gets overloaded, it says, I need this engine, but I don't know to what. So the initial alarm was sent out with second due units instead of the first due units being assigned to that incident. And after much hubbub, they found the companies, they went through a few more runs, they dispatched more runs, and they found out that the computer just had them stuck. And that is, again, because of an overload, like in the blizzard, like in the tornado, like in any thunderstorm that comes through the city at any one time. The system gets overloaded and it doesn't respond how it's programmed to respond. And I would just like to add that one of the main problems with UCT is that the calls are being put in and put in and put in and put in by up to 100 call takers. And there's 5 people to handle those hundreds of people entering at the same time. We have to manage our resources as effectively as we can as dispatchers, which traditionally has been done right up until May 4th of 2009. We don't send a fire truck from downtown Brooklyn to Coney Island to handle a broken tree limb. We would send them in case of a fire, but in case of storms like this one, it's trees down, it's wires down, it's water leaks from snow on the roof that we can't do anything about. And we go as the local fire companies become available. We put those into our computer as the local fire companies become available, not to overload the system with calls that we're not immediately responding to, the non-essential emergencies, so to speak. And I'd just like to add that amongst this 2,193 incidents that came in needlessly, that was among another 12,000 or so incidents that the dispatchers handled during this blizzard. And that doesn't necessarily mean a fire truck went to a run. It means the phone rang, whether it was an emergency, it wasn't an emergency. We had to handle all the incoming information from 311, from 911, direct from the callers. and everything was dramatically increased. 14,000 calls in 3.5 days is quite an increase for the fire department. The other issue is the Public Safety Answering Center in downtown Brooklyn. The Public Safety Answering Center is undoubtedly the most ineffective, unprofessional operation that basically ever existed as far as fire dispatch operations. It verges on humane. There are no facilities in the building to house personnel for extended occupancy, like the storm where people couldn't go home because they couldn't even get out of Metrotech. Never mind try and make the trip home at 7 o'clock at night, at 7 o'clock the next morning, at 7 o'clock that Monday evening. People still were having trouble coming and going. Traditionally, we've always had facilities to cook a meal if we were essentially stuck in the building for a couple of days, to put our head down for a few hours in between tours so that we can return to work, unlike this storm where some people who were fortunate enough to get out couldn't come back because it took them 5, 6, 7 hours to get home. These facilities, like I said, they've always been there for us up until this Public Safety Answering Center opened, which never should have been opened. From the day it opened, it was not prepared to house emergency personnel for extended periods of time. And we've been told, yes, we're working on it. Yes, when the new 9/11 is complete, they'll move up here, and then that whole second floor is going to be renovated. You'll have all the facilities. Well, that was supposed to be a year. It is now a year and a half, and we still don't know when 9/11 is going to move up to their new facility because the Vesta telephone system still doesn't work. Our part of the Vesta system still doesn't work. Never mind the load they're going to put on the system when they come upstairs. It's just not functional at all, and that's aside from the telephone system, from not having the proper facilities you need to stay there. Now, I know there are a lot of managers in the Bureau and the fire department in the city who are trying to make some headway on it. But it's just not happening. The latest story that I was told was that when PSAC 2 is completed, we were going to close PSAC 1, fix all the deficiencies, so it'll be perfect when you go back. But as everybody knows, no one knows when PSAC 2 is even going to get built anymore. So I have a very, very simple solution to this problem with this Public Safety Answering Center, which, by the way, will fail time and time again in the condition it's in. It will never work properly for any kind of extended operation. Close the Public Safety Answering Center down until it can be repaired. Manhattan Operations, which currently operates out of PSAC, can be moved to the Bronx Central Office, where there is already equipment waiting to be used. Brooklyn Operations and Staten Island Operations can be moved to the Queens Central Office, where there is already equipment waiting to be used. Those buildings are far better prepared now than PSAC ever will be to handle these types of situations. It will cost virtually no money to make this move.
Could you conclude your statement?
Yes. To make it right, it will cost the city virtually no money. They're all ready to go. They're built. Thank you again for the opportunity to speak today. And at this time, we can take any questions.
Thank you. I would like to pose a question to Mr. Colangelo. Sorry if I
Colangelo, that was
Colangelo.
close.
Sorry if I butchered your name. The sanitation workers that got sick as a result of the salt spreaders, I'm going to have an oversight hearing specifically with respect to that, and I would urge for you to come and testify.
Yeah, those are the snow melters.
The snow melters, exactly.
I would just like to point out as a reference.
More workers at the site to take the calls coming in.
The staffing levels are maintained by management all the time. However, we are not allowed to leave work unless there is somebody there to replace us. We don't have part-time hours, holiday hours, peak times. We have our staffing levels are our staffing levels. And people are stuck there until someone comes to relieve them. There is no option for them to go home.
But understandably, when there are emergencies such as snowstorms or tornadoes, you're going to have more calls. I mean, at least the snowstorm, we had awareness for at least 24 hours to 36 hours. So was there a call to your members for more of them to come in anticipation of the blizzard?
there was not a specific call to for more members to come in at any given time. No, there was not.
Okay, that's my only question. Councilman Recchia?
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Colangelo? I have one question for you.